Hello and welcome back to a new video from me, Mr. Nature. Today I wanna talk about everything I usually talk about, but in English, because I wanna spread the message to everybody out there. So today I'll start talking about cannabis, psychedelics, and other plants that they call drugs, but they're not really drugs. They're like real medicines that have been used for thousands of years for depression and expanding the mind and shit. So with that, I thought I'd spark up a doobie. Start by a rant. Because in these days, you call alternative medicine. That's what you call plant medicine. Like different mushrooms, different roots, and different plants, you know? That's what you call alternative medicine. And the synthetic chemicals that man has made, the man-made drug, is what we today call medicines. And I'm like, that's not true. We've been using medicines like this for thousands of years and curing people with depression and feeling bad. And now suddenly when we started mass consuming meat and mass consuming processed chemicals like e-chemicals, e-numbers, whatever you want to call them, and like processed sugar and like chemicals in every food you buy, all fast foods and in normal supermarkets, unless you like really focus and buy organic food, there's always chemicals in your food now. And that's the main reason why people are starting to feel sick if you really dig down and read about it. We never felt this bad before. It's like a new thing in the world that depression and anxiety and this stress, it's normal. It's social norm. That's what they're trying to tell us. It's like it's normal to be depressed. No. It's normal to have bad days. It's normal to break up with someone and feel bad for a short while, but no one needs a pill to survive. No one needs amphetamine when they're a kid because they had ADHD. No one needs SSRIs that fuck up your serotonin receptors in your brain because, oh, you don't produce enough serotonin. That's why you're depressed. Fuck you. That's not why you're depressed. You need to learn that life is about learning how to get better every day. Like, not feeling, oh, I feel depressed. Like, no. Why am I feeling depressed? What should I do to feel better, to not feel depressed? What's the cause of my depression? Or like mushrooms or cannabis or these microdosing mushrooms. It's like more and more proven recently that it's curing depression and addictions for hard drugs like opiates and benzos and stuff that doctor prescribes you and heroin and synthetic chemical drugs that just everybody calls medicines nowadays. And I want to get away from this stigma because nature is medicine. And I'm not saying all plants are amazing, all plants can cure everything, but I'm saying the correct plants and the correct diet and the correct like workout, stretching your body and meditating, or cold exposure and breathing right, like Wim Hof method and controlling the air you breathe and like oxygen is so powerful and doing all these things and waking up and thinking about all these things every day. You can cure almost any disease if you just put your mind to it and control your diet, your breathing, your meditating, your workout, and stop fucking consuming chemicals every day and just start fucking reading properly about how the world works and that big companies like Bayer bought up Monsanto, and Bayer is a big pharmaceutical company that bought up big agriculture companies to control the 1/3 of the food we consume around the world. Why would the pharmaceutical companies want to control the food we consume? Like, because they want to get us sick, so we get their pills that don't cure us, but they make us feel better for a while because we're high, or they cure the symptoms for a while and make them go away. But they don't go to the root of the problem. They don't cure the problem of like why you're having the disease. Why did you get cancer? You didn't get cancer because you just had bad genes and you got cancer. That's like 1% of the world, like if even that. I don't even think that, but that's another argument. Cancer comes from eating bad food like sugar. It's proven that sugar makes cancer tumors grow faster in rats, that like 100% faster. Just Google sugar and cancer. It's not a fucking good thing to mix. And even when you read about those things, sugars, you still give sugars to cancer patients. You don't tell them to stop eating sugar. And I'm like, you go to the doctor, and I heard about like my friend something like got cancer, and he kept getting sugar in the hospital while he was doing the chemotherapy for the cancer treatment. And I'm like, but it's proven that sugar makes cancer grow faster. Why would you, if you're a doctor, like it's doctors don't know how to fix stuff. They've just read a book about how to sell pills to people, but they don't think that. They think they're helping people, and sometimes they are helping people. I'm not gonna lie, but most of the time, if you go to the doctor with a stomach problem or a skin problem, they give you pills. They don't tell you to change your diet or meditate, or like a doctor's good if you like break your leg and you need surgery. Like that's when you need a doctor, not for everyday life. You need a pill for something. That's not. No one needs that. Nature is the key. If you start reading about eating right, about how many people have cured their different diseases with just diet and meditation and working out and breathing right, then you'll start to understand that the doctors are lying to you. They're not doing it on purpose, not all of them, some of them, but most of them are doing it because they're controlled by the pharmaceutical companies that give them big salaries to prescribe these drugs. And these pharmaceutical companies, they're so rich that they have billions. So when they get a new drug, they don't even need to test it for long because they pay people so their drug comes out faster on the market. It's just like these things, when you start reading about it, is super obvious. So I just want everybody to realize that nature is the real medicine. It's not alternative medicine. Synthetic chemicals, that's poison. That's man-made drugs. People are playing God and thinking that, oh, I can fix everything because I'm so smart, I'm a human. That's just your ego saying that you can be better than the whole cycle of life. The animals, it's like, just think about it like this. If you put the wrong fuel in a car, then it's gonna break after a while. Even if it would run for a short while, after a while it gets slower and slower, and after a while it would break down and get completely broken. It's the same with our body. If we consume the wrong stuff, you won't die instantly. I'm not saying that, but you'll get sicker and sicker, and your body won't handle all the shit you're taking in after a while, and then you'll get tumors, and you'll get sick, and you'll lay on your deathbed like your last year of your life, like coughing, instead of running around and being happy in nature and working out every day and eating a plant-based diet. It's so obvious if you start watching everything that's happening around the world. It's a big nature wave happening around the world, and I want to help it grow. Like, nature is the key. Synthetic chemicals can fuck off. Right now, all these chemicals that the doctors are giving you, they're just quick fixing your problems. They're not going to the root of the problem and curing the real issues. If we go read about stuff and understand how the body works, what they've been hiding, like how the mind works, psychedelics, nature, and old tribes that have been that's existed for thousands of years since the dawn of humans. That there's been shamans in Australia and like in Africa and all over the North America that have been doing like the same things with DMT and curing people and saying it comes when we ate mushrooms and the plant told us these things. Like, do you really believe that a man created a chemical that will cure you? Or do you believe in nature that every animal survives from eating the correct things in nature? Why can't we? Why do we need synthetic chemicals? I will never understand that. And I really don't think we need that. And I hope you guys understand that now, or did before, or after this video you understand it even more. This is my first video in English. I just wanted to get this message out in English also. I know there's other people also saying this, but I wanted to do my part in English. And I'll only get better. I wanna translate some of my other videos into English as well, so everybody can hear my stories eventually. That's all for this video. If If you like what you heard and you want to see more, like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.